We're live.
Oh, we're live?
Yeah,
amazing.
Sorry, my bad. Missed the countdown. Hey, everyone. Mitch, take it away.
Hey, my name's Mitch26. I have with me today as Offbeat, also on cams, as well as in the casting booth with me. You're watching VRML 1, and we're going to be going into some games for week 9 of the final VRML season of Echo Arena. So you join us here. We've got a game with Killas versus Dragon Ball Z, and we're going to get them to ready up, and we're going to go straight into this game actually. So, Offbeat, once we go in, do you want to take it away?
Yeah, absolutely. Look, teams are here. What rank are these teams? We're looking gold and bronze. Bronze, when we see them matched up against gold, usually here meaning that, you know, fairly new team, maybe looking to kind of solidify that rank, so a bit of an unknown. We'll see how they're able to perform here as we are underway, and Killas getting that disc first and sending it down, moving their way towards the open goal, but that stack is back for Dragon Ball Z. Second stack coming in even later, and they will get this collected and cleared.
Yeah, Dragon Ball Z looking like they're taking a shot there. That was just off to the side there. They had a pick up as well, and he couldn't quite follow through, and I'm following this up. And then they put it in. Wild Killer. Putting that in, collecting 2 early points for the side of Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah, back and forth, chances at both ends of the arena, but it ends up being Dragon Ball Z being the ones to capitalize on that first. Some excellent work getting back on defense with those stacks, and then, you know, turning it back around and getting a quick score the other way before Killas could really get back on defense. So that worked out pretty well for them. Oh, not the rollout they're looking for there. Gives a very fortunate bounce and are able to keep this push going.
Yeah, and Killers are pushing on, but now we have a turnover with Dragon Ball Z picking this up. A little bit of an ender attempt there, just dropping the disc. That's unfortunate. Now picked up quickly by Killers, who are very quickly taking a shot on goal, and now it's cleared out into the end of Killers, and it looks like a play may be building up here. There's a shot, open goal. No, it wasn't. It was just off to the side, and now it's finished off of there by Gamma 2 dash assist by Cassian06.
Yeah, same sort of thing that we saw last series around, right? A chance for Dragon Ball Z as they move in, get a shot, but an excellent save this time, and then turning it back around as, yeah, Dragon Ball Z moving back quickly down the arena, turning that around and scoring on the odd man rush. We've seen that, you know, a couple times in a row here, and gonna be interested to see if Dragon Ball Z can rather if Killers can get something figured out to kind of, you know, get that last point on their pushes here and get it past the goalie and defense into the goal.
And here we are with Killers moving into the bubble there, and they're just beating 2 it. The defense is very strong, clearing it out to the side. But Killers are looking to still grab some possession here. Caution picking this up, getting it down to Wild Killer. Wild Killer moving into the bubble, doing a bit of a juke on the pillar, getting a pass across. Not received where he wanted it to be received, and now there's a scramble for the disc. And Dragon Ball Z get the clear out there.
Yeah, all the way there into the bubble, dangerous. Stack is back for Killas first, but not able to get rid of it in time. There's a couple open targets behind the goal if Sizzle can find him. Sizzle does indeed, and that is Gamma behind the goal, and Gamma able to dunk that one home. Dragon Ball Z with their 3rd score in a row, extending that lead to 6-0.
I think Gamma did a great job there, hiding behind the goal, but making himself known to their teammates. Sizzle does pick them out just there and finishes that off. It's a great strategy to do in the bubble when you know the goalkeeper's a bit distracted. But here we are with Killers coming out now. With their QB pass over to the left side, we have Caution. Caution finds another pass that gets intercepted there by Gamma 2. Clearing this forward and seeing if they have a stack of their own in the bubble to pick this up. They don't in the defense. Travi Catty gets a clear out there.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Mr. Phoenix, for the hydrate. Gonna be grabbing some water here on the sideline. Mitch, you remember to grab some water for cast, right?
I will do now. Now I've been reminded. If I wasn't reminded, I wouldn't have done it. I'll be honest.
Yeah, no worries, no worries. As long as they have the water. I know coming back for the first cast in a while, first time for me, it was like, oh my goodness. I have forgotten water and my throat hates me for it. Coming in here, Dragon Ball Z not able to capitalize there. Wild Kyler will grab this, look to send it up the tunnel, and gonna be thrown back through Apple with a good reaction to get it cleared. Unfortunately, no real stacks in the area. Oh, there they come, a little late, and applying some pressure, but Gamma able to get it cleared out of harm's way. For now, they're moving back in, though. A couple quick passes here. That's Wild Kyler down below, looking for the first points. Won't connect, maybe Apple? No, Apple gets stunned out. So many chances underneath, back underneath to Apple. Apple moving in for the goal. No, the defense of Dragon Ball Z not letting anything through.
Yeah, and it's relentless what Killas are doing right now. They're still pressing on the bubble. Keeping possession now. Apple is picking this up, diving into the goal, just missing what looked like a slam dunk. It's cleared out now, and Dragon Ball Z are getting their hand in it and doing the clear. And are they stacked? Are they prepared? It's looking like a stack race, and it's a stack race that Killas are winning now, picking up possession in their own half, trying to get it out. And it's looking a little bit dangerous there, but Travi Catty has it secured and has it cleared out, and it's intercepted in the tunnel. Sizzle passing it forward to Gamma. Gamma finding the pass over on the side with Sizzle again. The 1-2 is working in their favor, looking for a bounce shot off the backboard. Doesn't quite go in, and Apple clears it through.
Yeah, cleared through. Looking to see who's going to get those stacks together first. It does look like it's Killas. Not able to get a read on that disc, though, before coming back and getting the stun there is going to be Cassin. Cassin? And is able to move this one back up for Dragon Ball Z as we approach the midway point here. 5 minutes left on that clock. Killas still without a score here, and some more pressure coming in from Dragon Ball Z.
That's a good point. They are without a score now. They're 6 points down, and the pressure is coming on now from Dragon Ball Z. They put in another 2 points there. In this early round now, yeah, Killas are looking at a bit of a fight if they want to stay in this and try and get the win, or maybe they just play the slow game, take their time, catch their breath, and work to improve in the second round.
MGX Doctor, thank you. We will note it is Kaysen. I'm probably just coming off of watching Andor a little while back, so got Cassian in my head and want to throw that into everything. But Dragon Ball Z up ahead, moving in. Oh, nearly getting a piece of it is Travi Caddy, but it's not enough. That will sneak in for the score, and now 10-point lead for Dragon Ball Z. Killas not able to get much going at the moment.
They're not. Let's see if they can slow it down and take their time in these jousts. If they even have enough time, if they're not getting bombarded by the front stack here. And that's passed over to the left tunnel. They've got it through the halfway point. That's an achievement here. But it's picked up on the back line there. Gamma looking for a clear over the right side, and they already have players forward. They were looking to receive that, but they did appear to get a bit stuck there. And here they are with some inversion and a long shot. Oh, that was just off. Killas are safe for another second.
Yeah, still picked up, though. Dragon Ball Z doing a good job of holding on to that possession, moving in. Got a couple of options across the floor. That's Kaysen. Kaysen moves in, man. No! Travi Caddy again gets a piece of it, but not enough. And Dragon Ball Z, another goal here with 3:30 on the clock, extending that to a 12-point lead.
12-point lead. That's quite a lot, and I want to look at the ranks afterwards. I think there is a discrepancy, is that right? I think one of them's silver, one of them's gold.
One of them gold, the other one listed at bronze, which means they're either at bronze or they still have yet to find their rank.
Right, that does make sense. Well, here we are with Dragon Ball Z putting the pressure on again and collecting a very quick 2 points. That took them 13 seconds to obtain that one. They are really building their own momentum now, and Killas are on the back foot.
Yeah, absolutely. Look, L2 Tac, I want to do the word sneak, I really do. But first you're going to have to tell me how I pronounce that and what context. And Crowuth?
Here we go.
I love word sneaks, I really do. Keep them coming, but they got to be words. I think that's a requirement of a word sneak, right? It has to be a word.
Blue team takes possession.
I think it helps.
It definitely does. Dragon Ball Z back with the disc now. Apple, some good play to kind of get a stun and get this. Has the open three. Looks, tries to take it. Is that good? It is! First points of the round. Apple, you can see thinking about it. Do I attempt the three? Do I? Thankfully, did decide to, because wow, what a shot.
Yeah, 26 meters out. That is a great moment for the side of Killas. Apple putting the first points on the board for their team. And for the first time find themselves in a in a counter joust position. Let's see how they play this out. They're playing with a front stack that caused a little bit of trouble, but the disc does get through to the deep man. That was Gamma taking a shot onto the bubble, and it's just bouncing a bit low. It's picked up by Cassian. He gets over to Gamma, and Gamma slam dunks that in. That's 2 more points for the side of Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah, very, very nice counterattack there. Thrown it in such a way that it would kind of bounce around the back. Goalie never really had a chance to, intercept that and jump out and grab it. And so, even though you had all 4 defenders back for Killas, none of them really in a position to grab that disc. And as a result, the offense for Dragon Ball Z really able to get together quick. Killas, though, moving fairly quickly here. Moving up. Wild Kyler tries to make one too many moves, though. And that is going to get stunned and stolen, sent back the other way.
Yes, but they're still keeping position here. Killas are moving towards the bubble, even though it's a little contested there. Oh, and they're just beaten by the defense. That's Fort Dash, who's looking to do some kind of self-pass, maybe? If they get to that first, but no, it's Caution picking this up on the right wing. Sending a nice rocket pass over to Wild Killer, who dives into the... Oh, doesn't go the way he wants to, but it still went in. That's 2 points. 2 more points for the side of Killas.
That was a wild one. Ding off the top, ding off the bottom, and then catching the hand on the way in. Yeah, kind of ridiculous. And we've seen some good improvements here from Killas. A couple scores here. So even though, Dragon Ball with that lead that they've been playing with pretty well, full props to Killas who have been, showing a little bit more life here in the, in the back half of this first round.
Yeah, they found their momentum here. As they've picked up towards the end, they're making stops like this, and we have Wild Killer looking to clear this through. A little bit of a lag situation there, but we move on. Apple looking for a long clear here, and that is picked up by the front stack of Killas, who are in the bubble now with 2 pass options, making the pass over the shield, and that is just saved. Great defense on the side of Dragon Ball Z there.
What a save. Rockabye baby, call it, put him to bed. Good night. Dragon Ball Z 16-5, taking that round by an 11-point margin. Solid start from Dragon Ball Z, and they really were just able to kind of ride that start out for kind of the rest of the round. Yeah,
we saw that the tide seemed to change towards the end of that match there. I don't know what you think about that Offbeat. Is this do you see this continuing into the next round, or is it just a case of they got their points and then they were in a position where they're counter QBing, so they may have a stronger play regarding that rather than defense?
Yeah, that's very possible. I mean, this is a game that can kind of steamroll against you, especially when your rollouts aren't working well. And we've kind of, seen that in games kind of, over the course of the lifespan of this game. But, doing a good job of overcoming that and of making adjustments and getting that stuff figured out is part of what makes, kind of differentiates the okay teams from the really good teams, is being able to adapt and overcome those sorts of things and being able to turn momentum, as it were. And so, yeah, it does look like they may have figured that out, but they may also have, just gotten one through. So I think here in the second round, we'll get a better idea of, which one is it actually, and will we see a more consistent Killas team that's able to bounce back from scores against.
Absolutely, beautifully put there, Offbeat. Thank you very much. Let's go into the second round now. We have Cassian gets the first hand. Oh no, close the front door. No way. That just happened. That is a long bounce shot. 3 points, 34 meters out. 6 seconds into the second round. Wow.
I mean, we're used to seeing some interesting, opening joust bounces, but that one was so sad. In position, falls out of position, and it bounces in for the long 3. I mean, heck of a clear to set that one up. But if you're on the side of Dragon Ball Z, got a bit lucky on that one, and got to see if they can't keep, get another one back and see if they can't chain a few together here early. Because Killas come in, they have a chance to score and, answer back, but aren't able to capitalize. And this is what we saw earlier. They'll move it down, they'll get in a good position, but haven't finished yet. And Dragon Ball Z pushing here, trying to see if they can't get some counterpoints.
Well, I have to say, watching this now, this second round, Killas are looking a lot more confident. There's a bit more flair in their play. The kind of shots they're taking takes a little bit more confidence that I wasn't necessarily seeing at the beginning. Perhaps they just weren't warmed up, and now they're awake and they're ready to play. And that's a long shot, just gone a little bit higher from Killas. It's picked up by Travi Catty. Looking for another shot, bouncing off the backboard, and it's just dinging a little bit low, but it's picked up again Apple just loses grip there by Fort clearing this very deep down into the end of Killas. Do we have a killer back? Oh no, that's an open goal. And there's a shot just going off a little high for Dragon Ball Z, who's going to grab this now. We have Dragon Ball Z again picking this up. Look, finding a pass over on the right side. It's Gamma now. Gamma setting up around the bubble and finding the pass up inverted, but couldn't quite receive it there.
Yeah, I think that play kind of shows a good and vital importance between completing a pass and making a good pass. Because, you know, while that pass did eventually find its way to the target, having to, you know, bounce off that pillar, get some backwards momentum away from the goal, really meant that Dragon Ball Z couldn't push in right away there. And, you know, instead had to kind of, you know, set up an offense, you know, with all that time that defense had to get back. And as a result, they haven't gotten the score here. They're keeping it in the Killas half, though, as a Thought down below now with the chance, has an open teammate to the side, the stun coming in on the goalie, and there it is. Took a little longer than they might have liked, but 5-0 the scoreline now is Dragon Ball Z off the back of Gamma's hand.
10, 9,
Yeah, it did take a little bit longer, that one. That's nearly 2 minutes it took for them to get their second goal in this game by Dragon Ball Z. So, I mean, Killas are looking stronger. It looks like they're stepping up to the plate here, and let's see how they perform now. Passing over to the left tunnel. We've got a deep part. There wasn't anyone deep to receive that, and Fort does pick up on the back line and clearing it through. It's now on the end of Killas. We have Cassian looking for the long shot and just bouncing a little bit off. And let's see who picks this up now.
Yeah, good stun from Apple. Apple getting the stun and the clear back the other way. He's going to hit Bowtime, bounce into a bit of a dangerous position. Gamma is back first to get that, and we'll get rid of it before Travi Caddy comes in and gets that stun, but not able to find a teammate, because this is going to get cleared back in, and that bounce, a bit of a wonky one, helps the offense, who weren't in position necessarily, but the pass to Apple, and Apple has scored, bringing this back to a one-score game. Nice little give and go between the two of them there, and we are now at a 5-2 scoreline.
To say, Apple's having a great game here. That first to score in both rounds for the side of Killas, and both of them feel quite vital. It's the change in momentum that comes with it. And let's see how this proceeds now as Cassian gets over to the left side. It's just bouncing and picked up by Travi Catty. Travi Catty looking for the pass over on the left side. We have Apple again picking it up, passing over down low to Wild Killer. Wild Killer moving into the bubble. The goalie wasn't a little bit out of position there, and the defenders were pulled down by a teammate. And here we are, like, only 1 point down now. It's true that the momentum has clearly changed here.
Yeah, definitely has. I think a big part of it is, like, Killas aren't necessarily, at least so far, getting a ton more chances. They're just capitalizing on a lot more of them, right? We saw them with a bunch of chances there in that first round. Oh my goodness, that one just floats away. Excellent job by Sizzle to kind of recover that and get it back for them, because that could have been very dangerous. Looking for the long three. Yes! Gamma will make that one. 8-4 now. Dragon Ball Z answering back in a big way.
Yeah, answering back in a big way, exactly. That has shut down what I was just saying about momentum changing there. I mean, there's still just over halfway of this second round to go. Let's see if Killas can bring it out and bring us a third round.
Yep. Travi Caddy moving it up, has an open teammate there across. That is Caution. Caution with some space here, with lots of space actually. Moving in, has an open teammate. That's Wild Kyler. As Killas with some room here to move. Open targets below the goal. Moving in, taking the dunk, and yeah, good answer back. Apple gonna score another one there. 6-8 as Killas closing that gap again. Good answers, and that's what we weren't seeing out of them last round. Big shift here as they're doing huge. We're seeing huge improvements here on their ability to bounce back from being scored on.
Apple, I'll say it again, Apple's having a phenomenal game. These are critical moments that they're creating here. And here we have Wild Killer with a great steal there, pass down to Apple. Apple moving into the bubble, looking for a pass maybe, or just going for it for himself. That's assist by Wild Killer. Apple putting that in, 2 points up. We're equal in the second round, 8-8.
Yeah, look, teammates doing a great job there of, you know, just kind of distracting the goalie, getting in the goalie's way and forcing the goalie to, you know, not be able to play that shot. as much as they might like. And as a result, 2 more points on the board, and we are knotted up at 8 here. Best scoreline we've seen for Killas since the round started. Another steal, looking to keep up that pressure. The 3 won't connect, but they're there with the read. Moving in, another chance here. Looking, takes the shot and scores it. Apple, how many times are we gonna say that name? MGX Doctor, my goodness, loving the cheers. Thank you so much. As, yeah, Killas bouncing in here.
Yeah, taking the lead for the first time. Let's see what happens here. We've got 3 minutes to go, just over 3 minutes. How are Dragon Ball Z going to respond? Now they're looking at a deficit and looking to climb back up. Cassian on the left side, finding the next pass over. No, not finding the next pass. It's bouncing loose, but Dragon Ball Z are picking it up and beating to it. Stunned out Apple over to Sizzle. That's a funny name to read. And over to Cassian again, around the bubble. Great ender situation there. Passing it up to Shoulder and a shot down from Shoulder, forcing the self-goal. That was a great effort from Dragon Ball Z, bringing us back to an equal score. It's 10-10.
Yeah, that it is. We got ourselves a good close game here. Jeep Girls, thank you so much for the hydrate. Don't worry, we didn't lose it in all the bits coming in. Yeah, we're locked up at 10 here. 2:40 on the clock, back even right where we started. So, you know, reminder that Dragon Ball Z did grab that first round, which means Killas will need to take this one if they want to survive. Sizzle not able to get the clear there, dropping the disc again. We've seen that a couple times from them. Wonder if there's some tracking issues, but no, Gamma looking at the open 3, not going to connect here. 2:20 left on the clock here, as that net is still open. Caution able to float back there, but watch out because you got Gamma on that far post. A lot of opportunities here for Dragon Ball. Gamma's going to get it, and Gamma's going to put it away. Back-to-back scores for Dragon Ball Z, turning it around. Now they're up by a score.
Oh, Offbeat. I love the commentary. I love how you called that. I love how you spotted Gamma being in the right place at the right time, seen by his teammates, and was there to finish the job off. That was phenomenal play, phenomenal casting.
Aw. Thank you. I mean, every once in a while, my angle just captures something perfectly, and I get this lovely view of something. It's pretty great. I'm also cheating a little by doing that.
Okay, here we are. So Killer, looking at the 2 points they need to reclaim here if they want to stay in the game right now. In the second round, they have to win this if they want a chance of winning this game. So Caution's picking this up now, finding the pass over on the shoulders. Apple moving into, we know they have a good chance of scoring, but not this time. It's cleared out, but picked up on the back line. Travi Catty getting over to Ness, where we have Wild Killer. Wild Killer looking to do some damage. And it's in. Self-goal forced.
Get to your launchers.
Yeah, Sizzle with the shot and the goal this time. Look, that was a very, very close one. I mean, you could see kind of watching Sizzle in the goal. You know, fairly low, left a decent amount of spot up top, and you know, coming in, taking that opportunity, making the read on what the goalie was giving. You know, good decision coming in there, and is rewarded for it. You know, getting that split second advantage to put that one in past the goalie. As we're now 45 seconds left here, which means we're potentially looking at, even if we don't get overtime, we are basically in a last goal win scenario here, as not able to get it out. Killas aren't able to, and so Thought with it above has some open targets behind. No, good read. Apple with the save, but they're not out of it yet. 28 seconds left. They get the steal, they get the clear, as it's back to midfield, but not out.
20 seconds to go now. Dragon Ball Z looking to secure this now. They don't want that OT. They're really forcing it. That's some wild shots going in. And I mean, just missing here. But look at this turnaround now. Killers are looking to take their long shot, just going a little bit low, but they've secured on the defense. Dragon Ball Z are slowing down the game now. There's 3 seconds to go. They're just sending it out now. Oh, no, actually, it was a feed through to the teammate that was in the tunnel. Trying to get the shot, but it's too late. We're into overtime. OT.
Get to your launcher.
You love to see it. Like, I mean, regardless, big props to Killas. You know, even if they don't come out with a win in this one, they have had it. We've seen a huge improvement over their round 1 performance, and that is absolutely to be applauded. They have come in here and put up a good show against Dragon Ball Z, and are looking here. It's overtime. Next goal takes it, and Killas have the disc to start.
They have the disc to start. They still have the disc to start. All 4 teammates are moving up, but they're beaten to it. Fort does just pick that from the pocket and clear this forward, but the defense are on point. Killers are 100% woken up. They found their groove. They're moving now, and they're a real contender in this match as they're in the bubble now, trying to get inverted, trying to make something happen, but it's cleared out by Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah, a good quick pass to Cloud and then bounce all the way out as Travi Caddy hanging out on that back line. They're not wanting to give up any long shots here. We'll get this one in and stolen out of the hands of Gammas. They will push this one into the bubble, trying to see who's going to get to that first as it takes an awkward bounce off of Boot up high. Who's going to come down with it? First touch doesn't necessarily mean possession as, oh, nice little bounce trying to get away, but the stuns smartly held by Dragon Ball Z. Oh my goodness, but Apple with the steal, moving in, and there it is!
Wow.
Killas are going to take it and force a round 3 in overtime.
Orange team is
Wow, and that is the
victorious.
apple on top. Well, there we go. There we go. Round 2 won by Killas here. It means we're going into this third round. Offbeat, what do you think about this? What are you hoping happens? What are you hoping to see? What changed there for Killas?
Man, what am I hoping to see? I'm just hoping to see more of what we saw here, because that was a fantastic round to watch. Lots of chances on both end, and we can see, as we suspected, looking at the stats there, Apple leading the way on the scoring side for Killas, now with 13 of the team's 15 recorded points. Obviously, we had a couple of Chicagos there, a couple of close saves that didn't quite, connect. But honestly, one player cannot carry a team here. These are being set up by good passing plays, good connections, good reads, turning, interceptions into turnovers and quick answers. On the whole, it's just been Killas not being too swayed by momentum as we saw from them a lot in that first round.
Yeah, I have to agree. Having a look at some of
Round
those replays
starting
there.
in
They
12.
I just don't know. I don't know. That was
10,
very even towards the end there. It was rare for either
7,
team to be more than 2-3 points ahead.
5,
It was goal for goal,
3,
and let's see how it goes. We're going into the third round now. Lights out and away
Blue
we
sends it
go.
back the other way.
Gamma getting a bit of a
Here we
headbutt, I
go.
believe, there, but
Orange
it's picked up
catches the enemy
by
pass.
Killas, who were contested there, and it's cleared out. No one's really shown any
What a
dominance
pick.
in this third round yet.
Orange sends
We're
it
just
back
seeing
the
some
other
loose
way.
clears, and this now ignore
What
everything
a
I'm saying. That is
save.
it.
Mark it down for 2
Wild
points.
clear, a wild pickup,
to your
and a
launchers.
wild killer goal there. That is 2 points for the side of Killas.
12.
Yeah, that was an interesting one. The shot goes off the goalie's head, but picking it right back up is Wild Killer. Putting that one in, keeping an eye on the disc, following through, and rewarded for it with now a 2-point lead for Killas. So not reverting back to round 1 Killas, coming out here and giving us what looks to be more of what we saw in round 2. As they've got a turnover here, they've turned it back around. Suddenly, Dragon Ball Z finds themselves needing to hustle back on defense. Coming in, it's gonna be close. Getting the first touch is Dragon Ball Z, but no worries, because Apple is there with the stun, with the steal. And Killas, 2-score lead now. Back-to-back goals a minute in.
They have woken up. Wow, Killers are turning up now. This is just a change. Definitely a change. I don't know, something's happened. They've been playing some music in the locker room, but they're feeling their groove. And they're performing very well. They're 4 points up in this third round. Not even 2 minutes gone on the clock yet. And we have Dragon Ball Z losing possession already in just a few seconds. Killers are moving up as a squad there. All 4 players moving up together. They're keeping that possession. They're in the bubble. They've just lost it there. And it's a loose clear out. Dragon Ball Z looking to hold the possession and clear this forward.
Yeah, cleared all the way down in and around the shield. That is going to get cleared out by Caution, but not all the way out. Gamma's been doing a very good job on that back line of reading some of these clears and, making it so they can keep possession here. As a Dragon Ball Z throwing it back into the zone, holding possession for the time being. Back and forth they go with a couple stuns. They will get cleared, and a good fortuitous bounce will get it up through the tunnel as Gamma's going to need to slowly get back to this one. And watch out, because there come the stacks.
Here come the stacks. We now have a loose disc now. It is on the side of Dragon Ball Z. And can Killers use this opportunity they've just found themselves in? Apple finding a pass down along the floor over to Wild Killer. Wild Killer is fighting for the disc still. It's in the bubble of Dragon Ball Z. And Killers are just finding possession again over on the right side, getting a pass down low in the bubble. This is rough. This is dangerous. And that is almost a slam dunk. It slammed on the wrong side of the ring, but Travi Catty was there to clean up. Amazing work from the side.
Yeah, and we are seeing a timeout come in here from Dragon Ball Z. It makes sense. This is probably a good time to use it because, so far right now, it has been a pretty one-sided game so far from Killas, who, you know, they've kind of kept that momentum rolling, to, you know, getting beat up pretty bad in the first round, coming back in the second, and then over here in the third, exploding out to this 6-0 lead, just playing solid Echo.
Solid Echo. And I mean, like, what's probably going through Dragon Ball Z's mind right now? Because they performed so well in these first 2 rounds, and now they're just, I don't know, they're struggling. Although we are seeing a player has dropped out here, so it's potential there was some technical issues going on. I've definitely been there in a match where, you know, a controller's not working, or you've punched a wardrobe too hard or something, and you need to go change the batteries. It's possible any of the above has happened, but we'll see how they perform. So,
like, you almost wonder if coming in here, like, they have someone who has dropped, so you start to wonder if, okay, were they having potentially some internet issues or want to reset their game? I mean, the other scenario, which we don't see a ton, but I've always thought would be interesting if teams used a little more, is kind of have someone on the sideline who can come in, you know, with a different style of play, and that kind of change it up, right? Bring in one of your subs off the bench to kind of say, hey, we had this one strategy that worked really well with our first guy, but since that's not working, we're going to bring another guy who lets us play this whole different kind of game. And I'm very interested to see, you know, if that sort of thing could come out here and kind of shake things up, since it does seem that Killas have figured out what Dragon Ball Z are doing and have a good answer to their game plan. If not that, Dragon Ball Z is going to need to switch something up, right?
They need to switch something up, but yeah, they need to respond. It seems like Killas are the one that they were in that situation, you know, for 2 rounds before, and they've made a change, and it's now a case of Dragon Ball Z having to adjust to the new field that's out there. I mean, subbing someone in, if that is an option, if they have someone in the sidelines, that could definitely change the dynamic, the chemistry, the shape of their 4-man squad here.
Yeah, it certainly can. It does look they have Sizzle back in the game. Is Thought new though? Thought looks new. Or have we just not called that name a lot so far here? I feel bad when I have overlooked someone. Oh. Dang it. Yeah. All right. We got everyone back in the arena. We're ready to go. Same old. We'll see if Dragon Ball Z, see if some stuff has gotten figured out here, and if Dragon Ball Z can take advantage of that rest and turn it into some points of their own here.
Okay, so Dragon Ball Z were looking strong there, but they're beaten to it. On the back line, we have Killas now. Oh, they were looking strong there, but they did just lose the disc. And now they have a vulnerable goal, a shot on the goal, just not quite on target, and it's loose out. And Dragon Ball Z pick up possession again, passing it down low to a player that was heavily marked, beaten up, and the disc is cleared out from the side of Killas over to DragonAll Z. We're picking it up and sending it along there down.
Yeah, and it's dangerous because Sizzle's there in position. Sizzle gonna tap that one in before the defense comes back. And taking a break, just in and of itself, sometimes works. As yeah, Sizzle comes here, gets those 2 points, finally breaking that goose egg on the board and getting Dragon Ball Z back into this one. Very, very good time to use a timeout. We see so many games, Mitch, where, you know, teams will kind of hold their timeout until they're, you know, they're down like 8-10 points, and it's like, oh, well, it's a little late now. You need to, you know, kind of slow the momentum before. But, you know, using it at a good time here and paying off.
Yeah, so here we are with Killas. Oh, it's looking dangerous again, but Dragon Ball Z are waking up now. They're making those stops. And if you remember in the first round, there was a lot of counter plays. There was a lot of Killas finally finding a little bit of momentum, getting stopped, and then a very quick counter play from Dragon Ball Z. Perhaps it's something that they need to revert to here. But here we are with Killas. They're scrambling for the disc. It's back into Dragon Ball Z, looking for a shot, and the defense is awake 100% and making a counter play of their own as they pick this up with an empty goal, taking a shot and just dinging a little bit low. Can they clean up afterwards? But no, the defense is too strong.
Good hustle back from the defense there to prevent that one from going in. But as is, Killas still with the disc. A lot of pressure. 3 defenders all out there, which means if this stack can get it, they've got a 2-on-1 with the goalie. Defense is back, but not enough. Wild Killer comes in, and somebody told me that Wild Killer is in position with the 2-pointer, restoring that 6-point lead for the Killers.
11, 10.
I just realized I need to look up, I need to like have a list of like popular Killer songs beside me so I can keep making puns.
3, 2, 1.
Yeah, I've got nothing. I've got nothing. I was gonna come with a pun quick, but I'll have to think on it. So here we are. I'm only human. So Caution picks this up for Killas, passing over to the left side. That is someone picking this up again. Travi. Catty playing quite far forward, getting over to Apple and sending that in. I was surprised to see Travi Catty because I'm pretty sure they've been playing on the back line up until now. But they find themselves in a forward position, making a play like this, assisting the goal. Apple putting 2 more points in for the side of Killas.
Yep, indeed. Back-to-back scores, answering back Dragon Ball Z in a good definitive fashion. Which is exactly what you want to see, right? If you're Killas, you don't want momentum to turn. You want to keep it exactly as it is. And taking a good job is, oh my goodness, caution with the stretch with the save. I'm pretty sure that one was going in, but no, holding on to that and cleared back the other way, nearly all the way back the other way. But it will be stopped here. Dragon Ball Z looking to collect this one. They will have it. They'll reset back to goal to Sizzle, and we'll see what Dragon Ball Z has up their sleeves. Oh my goodness. Whatever's up their sleeves, Apple has taken it. Picking the pocket, putting it in, 10-point lead. Killas, where has this come from? They just keep getting better and better as this game goes on.
Yeah, 100%. Dragon Ball Z are looking a bit deflated here. I mean, that reset back to the player, going over to the wall side and then not really doing anything with it. Or at least appearing not to. I mean, something needs to change. And let's see if they can do that in the next 3 minutes as we have Dragon Ball Z just losing possession there. Wild Killer on the defense. Nice pick. Cleared it over. But Dragon Ball Z are picking up again. Nice pass over to the right side. Another pass down low to Kasian. Looking for the shot into goal and followed through there. Gamma collecting that 2 points. Dragon Ball Z are awake again.
The setup on the right side. Just call him Mr. Right Side. Oh, I don't have my rim shot soundboard with me. I'll have to program that in. Coming in, Dragon Ball Z, second score of the round. They needed it now, if ever. So, you know, 2.5 minutes left on the clock. There is still some time, but they're gonna have to, you know, start pulling a few more of those together. And this pressure coming in, Apple somehow always in the right place, right time, and Apple gonna score again, restoring that 10-point lead for Killas.
10, 9, 8,
Yep, 10 points ahead. Wow, who would have thought their third round would be so strong like this? Let's see how Dragon Ball Z respond. Is it a little bit too late? We've got 2 minutes left on the clock. They're going to have to be very quick if they want to make something happen here and they want to win this game. They've got it in them. They won that first round. But can they bring any of that energy back to the game here? This is Killas keeping possession in the opponent's end now. Not anymore though. And Kasian collects this, clears it forward. And do we have someone to collect this here? We've got the defense picking it up and beaten to it. This is Dragon Ball Z moving to the bubble and very quickly and swiftly putting in 2 more points. So it is quite a climb in front of them. They still have to go here. Is it possible? I'm not so sure, but it's good to see them putting in some goals now.
Yeah, clock not really on their side here. 14-6, 70 seconds on the clock, and here comes Travi Caddy. They've got that open target down the right, back across, looking to see if they can't get it. Oh, and we do have a drop from Dragon Ball Z, as unfortunately it looks like someone has disconnected, and this is just going to make things even easier. Travi Caddy with some space, with a couple targets. Apple just content to hang back and let the teammates do the rest. Eating some fried apple pie on the back line there. Well earned as the 10-point lead restored by Travi Caddy. And Dragon Ball Z coming on what is potentially their last rollout of the game.
I'm glad you took that one. I was really struggling with that. I was gonna fit it in. I was gonna do some kind of rhyming scheme, but it was just a reach away. So.
I'm not proud of it. It's not my subtlest sneak.
Oh, we like a challenge. Here we are, Travi Catty, pass over to the side. We got Wild Killer. Look for the pass in the sky. We have Apple Fried Pie. I said it in the wrong order. But here we are, Caution putting that in. Assist by Wild Killer. That's 2 more points for the side of Killers. They've woken up. Perhaps they were teasing us. Perhaps they were playing with us in those early rounds because they have turned this around. And look at the points different there.
Yeah, I mean, that's it. 18-6. Is that just a full reversal of the scoreline from the first round? I'm gonna have to check that one because 16-5, pretty much. Look, huge props to Killas coming out here and wow, putting on a good show here, mounting the comeback, which I think a lot of you wagering your channel points might not have seen coming. Oh, a full 50-50 split here on the channel points. Well done. Nice little balance. And I mean, it kind of reflects the game we had here. It was a very good, very close game that Killas came out on top of for.
Yeah, that was a great game. Thank you all the players that took part there, Killas and Dragon Ball Z. Great teams to watch. First time watching you guys play, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. But we're not going anywhere. We have another match lined up here. Next, we're going to be watching the Icesykles versus the Children of John. I think we're going to take a little bit of a break so we can get set up, but don't go anywhere. Hello, welcome back to VRML 1. We're going to go into the second match now of what we're doing here. So we have Icesykles versus the Children of John. Hopefully we can get them readied up and go straight into this. Offbeat, have you heard of these teams before?
No, both new to me. I'm trying to pull this up and see what rank we're looking at here. Icesykles, Children of John. Here we go. So these are we got silver and bronze 3. So you know, on the lower end, but no shame at all being there. We love getting them, and we seen last game it was, you know, a low gold game. They still can be great, exciting games. We just get to see different things out of them, which is really exciting. This is only the second game for Children of John so far, so still, you know, figuring out what rank they belong at. So, you know, it's a question of, you know, where is it going to be? Do they belong here? How far will they climb? They're a bit of a wild card, and it'll be interesting to see kind of, where they end up.
Yeah, 100%. It's good to see new players coming into the game. I mean, even though we're in season 7 now, there's still we've got new players joining. Well, actually, I'm fully assuming this. Maybe the players have actually played before, but I mean, we'll see. When we go into this game, we'll see how they perform, and if they, if they start doing behind the back shots and inversions, then we know something fishy's going on. But regardless, let's see how they do. We should be getting the ready up soon here.
We would love a ready up. But in the meantime, because we do want to hit on it at least once a stream. Mitch, Money Mitch, are you by any chance going to be joining us at VRML Con?
So it's a long way for me to go. It's quite a commitment.
It is. I hear there's oceans.
It's a good, 6,000 miles to travel. But am I going? Yes, of course I'm going. It's the last LAN. It's the last get together for Echo Arena while the game is still around. I mean, if you're not there, you're ridiculous. I'm traveling 6,000 miles to be there, flying into somewhere, Detroit, and having to make a change, and it's really long, but it's going to be worth it. I'm going to be jet lagged as anything. But here we are. Let's get into this game right now. Offbeat, take it away.
Yeah, we are here. They're out of the tunnels. It's going to be Icesykles getting ahead on that one first. I will also be there, not making quite as much of a commitment, but still coming in from Canada. Canada's far away, right? It's the south. That's Children of John going to get the steal here. Coming in, Baby Slime going to tuck that one in. Early score here for the Children of John.
Yes, early goal here. That's 16 seconds in. Baby Slime, who I believe is the captain of Children of John. Wow, this is the team we were talking about. There's a bit of an anomaly. They've only played 2 games so far. They're coming into this game showing a bit of prowess, if I do say so. But here we are with Icesykles coming out now, finding a pass down on the left. No, it's not quite picked up, and the defense of Children of John is looking for a clear out. That's a very strong clear out to the right side. Do not underestimate the Children of John.
Yeah, and I do want to make sure that is not lost. Scooter_, thank you so much for the sub. 3 months, so glad that you've been here with us that whole time. Much appreciated. As Icesykles, they get a good stop on defense here. Look to try and turn it back around. And they do have that disc. They have collected. They've got a bit of an odd man rush here before the stacks come back. And an excellent job stunning out that back stack. Able to walk it all the way in now. Yeehaw Minute will get the score, but that was a team goal. I believe that was CityX Mexi getting the stun there to set that one up. And Icesykles have locked this one up at 2.
Yes, locked it up they have. Icesykles have proven that they deserve to do well in this game. This is not going to be a walkover for them. And they are turning up. So here we are with the Children of John with the joust, finding a pass over on the right side. It's going a little bit higher, and it almost ended up on top of the pop. But it ended up with J. Cole, who does get a clear forward, and it's picked up on the back line of Icesykles, who are doing a clear of their own now.
Yeah, gonna get cleared all the way into the bubble. No goalie there, so if they can get to it first, they should be in a pretty good position here. They've got it. The defense is back, and goading out the whole of the team. All 3 of them jumped, but the goalie up to the save. What a stop there as Children of John hold on to the equalized score, and a second save! My goodness, Templar holding that together.
Holding it together, but the relentlessness. Another save comes in there, but Icesykles are still picking this up, and Children of John are struggling to get this out. Icesykles are setting up their plays, finding the pass around the bubble, but the defense is just so strong here from the goalie and from the defenders. That is cleared out far by the Children of John, who are picking this up again. That was G. Cole getting a pass forward to Big John. Big John looking for the shot. It's bouncing a little bit wide, but they maintain that possession, just staying ahead of the game here. This is Children of John building a play of their own around the bubble. Just a missed pass there and a hand going a bit wild there. We have a lost hand on the side of Children of John, and it looks like Icesykles are capitalizing on that now.
Yeah, open behind the goal, good stack, and you're rewarded for good stacks with easy goals. And yeah, Yeehaw Minute will definitely take that one. Second goal of the game. Back-to-back scores for the Icesykles is, Children of John getting that opening score, but nothing since as the Icesykles coming out here and getting themselves the lead back.
They've got the lead back, they're 2 points up, and we're a good 3 minutes into this game now. So we have Children of John just losing a bit of possession there, but picking it up again. A bit of a wild clear, but it did the job. I mean, it got it forward, but Icesykles have picked up possession again. A backstack prepared to run and go. As they move forward towards the disc, they just threw. It's now gone through, and there is no one there. And they're taking their time to get back up there. The defense is there first, and Templar clears this forward.
Forward but not out. That's going to take a geo bounce. The second attempt also not going to get out here. As Children of John, a couple clearance attempts, neither one going to work. Looking for that long shot, not on goal, but still, you know, gets it back into that offensive zone here. As these clears just not able to connect. That's Yeehaw with it back in hand, with some space, tries to get around Baby Slime, won't happen, but no! Cleaning up the trash is Ramirez, and Ramirez puts it in. 2 more points. Icesykles extend that lead to a 2-score lead.
2 scores, so they're 4 points up now. This is Icesykles taking the lead. I mean, yeah, let's see how this changes. It's always early to call it if you start looking at the first round and trying to predict how well they're going to do, but let's just let this game play as we have Children of John getting the pass forward. Big John does get someone right in his face there. Yeehaw minute. Does get a bit of a steal and a bit of a clear, and it's not picked up on the back line. That is dangerously close to the goal now. Is there going to be a rocketing stat coming now? There is, and there it's just dinging, not the way they want it to go.
No, but they've done a good job of here of, you know, even if they don't score, you know, keeping possession of that disc, keeping the pressure up, and getting themselves new chances. Yeehaw with a nice duck, gets past one, but not past Templar. Templar really has been keeping the Children of John in the game here so far. A couple of huge saves, and is going to have to keep that up, because watch out coming into City Mexi, takes the shot, that one's a ding. Icesykles all over, but they can't seem to get it in right now, as Tanker with it now over to Yeehaw. Yeehaw takes a shot. No! This time it's G. Cole. What a stop! What a reach!
Yeah, I mean, Icesykles are freezing up around the bubble there. That was 3 dings, I think I saw there. I mean, and then before we had all the attempts on. I really thought that was going to go in. It just bounced. It was an open goal. It was a shot, and it just bounced out a little bit there. Children of John picking up possession again and clearing this forward. Do they have a stack of their own to come forward and pick this up and try and capitalize on the progression they've made up the arena here? But the defense is back. It's a little bit sloppy though. Does lose a bit. Big John is here to find a pass behind the goal, and the wild hand sticking out. That's what happens when you don't change your batteries enough. Down to Templar, and Templar finishing off the job. Assisted by Big John there. They are now closing that gap, and they're now only 2 points to climb if they want to break even here.
All right, so Mitch, what do you do if you are in a situation like this? You're playing a game, you've lost a battery. Are you gonna put your team down to a 3-on-4 to go get a new battery, or are you going to continue playing out the round with the one hand you have?
What you do is you pause the game and use your technical timeout. I mean, that's what you need to do. You are allowed to do this. Correct me if I'm wrong, Offbeat. I think it's for the game you're allowed to do it once for 5 minutes. Is that correct?
Yeah, that is exactly it. You can extend breaks between, but you also get one technical timeout that can be taken whenever here. So yeah, it's what we would recommend. But I mean, it's amusing to watch, if anything.
Oh, it's great. It really adds to it. I'm glad they're choosing that first option of just maintaining the hand sticking out as they play. Aesthetically, it adds a lot to the game. But here we are with Icesykles moving into the another one, another ding off the ring, bouncing up. But Icesykles are keeping that possession now. They seem to be very strong with the possession here. They seem to be picking up these clears that happen, but they're not converting it all the way. But perhaps they will now in this open goal, and that is straight in. There was no way City Mercy was going to let that ding and bounce out. They was making sure that was going in. That's 2 more points for the side of Icesykles.
Yeah, absolutely. Icesykles have gotten a decent number of their points off of these, you know, kind of clear and chase plays where their stack has been getting together remarkably quickly and has been doing good and is able to get down before the defense for Children of John, collects that disc and put it in for what looks like a very easy goal, but that goal is only coming so easily because of all the work and practice has gone in to get those stacks together and to, you know, turn them around really quickly before Children of John can get back.
It's absolutely true what you're saying, 100%. But I mean, Okay, so we're seeing some different play here. That was Templar going inverted there, trying to make something happen. We have Yeehaw Minute looking on that open goal and sending that in, not dinging it this time. That is 3 points. Is that the first 3-pointer in this game as well? I think every other goal in this game has been some kind of assist or something happening very close inside the bubble.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's not super surprising. You know, we are in a game that is, you know, a silver versus bronze. So obviously the accuracy and the range isn't going to be there for, you know, these players as often as it is, you know, at the higher level games. But, you know, those 2-point plays are very interesting, especially, you know, when it's a different game when you can take more risks, when you kind of know that you can kind of, you know, give your opponents the chances at some of those. It means you play the game very differently. It means we get to see a different style of game here than we would get to see at Master. And so it's a nice bit of variety here. As the Icesykles, really with the clock on their side here, doing a good job of, you know, holding that defensive line, keeping possession. They've got it up to Tanker, and Tanker is just going to try and buy some time here, stall, get the reset there, and let Icesykles kind of burn off some more time.
Yep, Icesykles, it's true, they're burning some time. We've got 30 seconds to go here. There's a couple loose passes there, looking for the pass down the floor, but we have Children of John clearing this out. And the same thing seems to happen. They get the clear successfully. The defense is on point, but they're not always capitalizing on the clear once it is through. Perhaps they need to have that front stack more prepared. And saying that, that's exactly what they do. A lovely shot on the goal. They just went a bit low there, taking another one. Why not? There's 2 seconds to go. Send that in, but the defense says no. Wow. Offbeat.
Hi. How's it going?
Oh, great. I'm good. Are we going to see a round 3 here?
Not at the rate things are going right now. Icesykles are playing a very, very kind of consistent game here from what I can see. They've had tons of pressure, and we've talked kind of about how we were seeing some superb goaltending of Children of John. Look at Templar with the 4 saves there. And so really this scoreline could have been much bigger, right? Were it not for the goaltending kind of holding it together. And so you kind of need to look at that and go, Icesykles have really been dominating the pressure here in this round so far, and need to kind of look at that and go, so what you got to change something if you're Children of John, because right now it's been the majority Icesykles pressure. What's been working for Children of John so far, in your opinion? What can they like build off of for this round?
I'll be honest, I still haven't fully sussed them out. They're sure on paper they're a bronze team, but the way they're playing, like some of the inversion plays they have, the speed of some of their clears have looked very good. Perhaps they're getting like specific coaching on these certain areas, but I think in some ways they do hold up. It's just a case of getting it out and keeping it out, holding possessions around the mid-range of the field. But here we are, the second round. Offbeat, do you want to take it away?
I absolutely do. As Icesykles getting there first, getting some speed on that headbutt. Not able to collect the disc, though, because on the back end, that is G. Cole with it. Able to get the clear and get it all the way down, nearly into the bubble. That's going to take a bounce off of the boot. And Tanker with it is going to clear it past and gets it through. Oh my goodness, you see that stack coming in. They're there. They've got the accuracy. Yeah! No. I used it too soon. I got too excited. Sorry, not going to connect. And Cremiris is going to chase this one all the way back.
Very good. Very good. Here we are. Children of John. Oh, it's just dinging off the rim there. Looking for a long shot of their own. But Icesykles now on the defense. Getting, a great series of passes here. Moving forward. This is Yeehaw Minute. Yeehaw Minute looking for one of his teammates that are already set up. We got one on the... Going for the goalie stun. Oh, great. That was an opportunity. And Yeehaw Minute does send that in. Assist by Tanker. Great job there from the side of Icesykles.
All right, I am mandating that by the end of this game, both you and I will have done a good, proper, exciting yeehaw, and never mind your neighbors who are what is it? It's 1 a.m. Where you are, so they'll be fine, right? They'll be fine.
Yeah, it's 1 a.m. I don't know if I can be screaming like I'm out in Denver already. Right, I need to stay nice and polite and British for the foreseeable.
You British people and your politeness, like we're okay in Canada, but I guess also it's 7 p.m. here, so I can be loud enough for both of us. Don't worry.
Thank you very much. Thanks for holding up the side there. Okay, so
It's like the Canadian UK yeehaw combo. Classic yeehaw. As a yeehaw, oh, gonna lose the disc there. Oh no, oh no. And again, not get stunned. Icesykles holding possession here, but not quite able to get a solid chance just yet.
okay, but we do have Icesykles putting the pressure on the bubble now. Saying that though, it is a loose disc, and we're looking at who's
Blue
going to
team
pick
has
this
the
up
disc.
first. The children of John does get a hold of it, pass over to the right side, bouncing off the bow tie again, with only one hand to play with.
Orange with the
But
disc.
we have G-Cole moving forward, trying to get into some kind of defensive position, but they're not fast enough. Yeehaw minute, that was an opportunity
Get to your
to shout out. I'm not
launchers.
going to. 1 a.m. I like my flatmates.
12,
I don't want
11,
any argument in the room.
10, 9,
Very, very considerate. Also,
7,
maybe consider moving back a little
6,
closer to the microphone.
5,
Yeah.
All right, Icesykles now with the 4-0 lead, looking like they're trying to take this one into. I mean, oh no, Children of John, what are you doing? And also, where is everyone else? Has no real pressure coming in. Yeehaw comes in a little bit late, and Big John, following his children out, will collect this one and get it into the Icicle zone.
Into the icicle zones, but into the icicle hands also. Yeehaw minute pass over to the right side. There wasn't a pass to get there. And the Children of John capitalize on it, trying to make something happen here. But it's cleared out onto their own side. Can the defense get back to defend the bubble? In time, they are back, but they're not back in the place they need to be. And Icesykles put in another 2 points. They're 6 points up now in this second round. It's not looking like we're going to see a third round.
Yeah, like it's not like they've been scoring incredibly quickly, but the time of possession really is just immensely in favor of Icesykles right now. They're holding on to the disc, they're sustaining pressure. It may take them, 3 tries to get in there, but so far, they're able to get those 3 tries because they've got good persistence, good following around the disc, and there comes the stun coming in. Yeah! Gonna get the stun and the 3-9-0 lead.
That was absolutely beautiful.
12, 11, 10,
Proud of you for doing that on my behalf.
8,
Thank you.
7, 6,
That one was for
Okay,
you.
here we
I
are.
still owe 1 for me.
3.
Amazing. Okay, so 9 points up. All right, Icesykles. We had Children of John coming up now, looking at that deficit of a score, and it's about to increase as that shot nearly does come in again. Just bounces off the backboard and dinging out, and secured there by Yeehaw.
Get to your launchers.
Yeah, Yeehaw with a couple of scores here. 11-0, now on pace for the M word that we dare not utter.
6,
Grab knees, slurps. I am from the American South and I have several Australian cattleman hats. I am confident that I could put your yeehaws to shame. Oh, very, very, very possibly. I do not yeehaw often. In fact, I'm pretty sure this has been my first yeehaw in probably at least a half decade.
Orange catches the enemy pass. Orange clears.
I don't know if I ever have Yeehawed.
What?
Maybe
well, you
I'll
gotta do it
in
at least
Denver.
once.
Yeah, I'll do it at LAN. If
Oh,
anyone comes to
yeah,
LAN,
yeah.
they can see me yeehaw. Or hear
Perfect.
me yeehaw. You'll hear it. I'll be in a different room and you'll hear it. It'll be so good.
Orange sends it back the other
No matter
way.
if you're at LAN or not, you will hear it.
Orange clears it out of
Yeah,
their
you can stay
zone.
home in Canada and you'll still hear it.
You'll go, wow, was that a great British yeehaw that I heard? Incredible.
Interception.
Okay, let's get back into this game. 11 points up is Icesykles. Oh, did I say 11? I meant 13. Yeehaw!
Get to your
Putting that
launchers.
in. Assist by Ramirez. Ramirez?
11, 10,
Sounds Spanish.
9,
Ramirez.
8,
13 points up.
7,
There's 4 minutes left on the clock.
5,
If
4,
Children of John change something significant here, they can bring this up, but let's see how they play. Let's remember they've only got 2 points. Two prior matches to this. So they haven't been fully ranked, and they're still figuring things out. They're still finding their form, finding their chemistry together.
Orange
So
clears it out
they
of
can
their
do some
zone.
damage in some later games to come for them in the
Interception.
7th season of Echo Arena VRML. But let's go back into this game as Icesykles are defending against an inverted baby slime who sends them in. Bronze? What?
Get to your launcher.
They are unranked. I do not know where they're going to be placed, but if they're going to keep doing things like this, do you know what I mean?
11,
What if they
10,
are just trying to stay low and hang low and like not stand out? I don't know.
6, 5,
Yeah, very, very nice shot. Baby Slime will put that one in and bring this back to a 10-point score. They needed something, they got something, and hey, maybe continuing it here. No, oh no. John, your children. Think of the children. As that one will not connect, and here comes the defense back for Icesykles to turn it back the other way.
Yeah, but Icesykles looking to get this out. Looks like they're going to win the race to that disc. No, they're not. Templar has something to say about it. Collecting it themselves, looking for a very long clear, and there's a stack ready, but the defense, City Mexi, did defend that very well. But saying that, here we are, Children of John pushing into the bubble here. They're keeping the disc and just slapping that in. Templar putting in the work here. That's 2 more points. For the side of Children of John, it's a little bit late, but I mean, I don't know. We're just under 3 minutes to go.
As Psycho would say, there's still time, and as I would say, no, Psycho, that's ridiculous. There isn't. And I know you're watching in the chat, Psycho, so get that out of here. I don't want to see anything saying there's time, because every time you do, things get weird, and it starts to look like they might actually have time. Because look at those, they've got the disc again. Templar fights off and gets the stun on Yeehaw Minute. Gonna send this one up, moving in. Whoa! The fire on that one, a long 2. Sadly a 2, but points nonetheless. Children of John! Where was this?
11, 10, 9, 8,
Yeah, I mean, that was great. That was nearly a 3-pointer, I think, just right on the edge. Taking that shot down from shoulder. I think you can get a 3-pointer from there, but it is difficult to do. But regardless, that was great effort. Great confidence on the disc there, showing that they are here to do some damage. But very, very quickly responded to 8 seconds in with a bit of possession. Icesykles are now collecting 2 more points for their team.
Yeah, that was a tough one, because you can see that Children of John really have been taking more risks here. You can see they came out with basically all 4 members of their team rushing that disc, trying to see if they could get something going quick, because they know that they need to hurry and take risks like this. They go for the headbutt rollout, which does work. Gets them in. Watch out, Templar, and Templar is going to lose that disc. But still being fought underneath. Gonna come out of that is Baby Slime. Baby Slime looking back to Templar. Risky pass, but gets it, and Templar moves in and scores. 6-point spread. That's 2 threes. There, I guess I concede there's still time.
11, 10,
There is still time, although I think they're 1 player down now. I think I saw a disconnect, so either we get a pause in here, or no, we don't get a pause. We already have one. So this is going to be a 4v3.
I don't see a disconnect. Oh, there it is. There's the disconnect coming in. Yeah, as that's gonna make it a little harder for Children of John, in my professional opinion.
Yeah, fair play. But here we are with Icesykles. They're just having a bit of fun with it, right? Moving into that bubble. It's 4v3, but they're going to keep playing this game and give it the respect it deserves. Well played.
Since I did still owe 1 more, as that one's probably going to be our closing points. 1 second, let me get some water.
5, 4,
Yeah! With another 3! And we'll extend this to a 9-point lead. They come out for the headbutt to the Children of John, but sadly, not going to go as well as the last one. And oh my goodness. Yee! Frickin' ha. That's how we close it out.
Another round in the books.
Wow.
Orange has it
Wow,
this
what
time.
a way to end the game there. They scored 21 points in total in that last round. Icesykles definitely turned up there. They've clearly outranked Children of John there. And yeah, I'm interested to see how they do for the rest of the season. Offbeat, what are your final thoughts?
I mean, Icesykles, they came here, they played a consistent game. I think we saw kind of over both these games, they felt very different, the 2 we cast here. But I think kind of the similar through line we saw from them is we saw the kind of, newer teams, the unexpected teams. They haven't been together as long, and so they're still building synergy. And I think we saw over both of these games them building synergy as the game went on. We could see as they improved, the passes were more cohesive, they started to figure each other out a bit better, and it snowballed, right? In this one, they started out doing well and got even better. And then the other game we saw, the big comeback. So it's very fun to see that. It's kind of why I do enjoy doing these lower level games on occasion, because you do get to see those sorts of things, see the development of the players as the game goes on. And huge props to all these teams for putting on some good shows for us.
What's always good as well in these lower tier matches is that they don't know what they can do yet because of the experience, but they also don't know what they can't do. And it leads to some interesting plays that sometimes work out. We've seen some very interesting shots and some crazy plays, and this is the opportunity to see those. Something else I wanted to say, Offbeat. So what are you up to in June the 3rd and 4th of this year?
June the 3rd and 4th, I will be recovering from a full day of mini golf to come and be a big part of a VRML con, where I'm pretty sure I'm gonna be involved in kind of all aspects there of Blast On, Echo Arena, and Ultimex in some capacity at any rate. It is gonna be a heck of a weekend. And so if you want to meet people that aren't me and also people that are me, you can accomplish both of those things by getting yourself a ticket to VRML Con. It is going to be a great getting together of all the best players and fans and community members of all of these 3 games. It's going to be a blast. If you have never been to a LAN event before, I cannot recommend it enough. I met this guy at my first one that I ever went to because he flew all the way out to our Canada event, and it was such an amazing experience. And if he can do it, you can do it.
Amazing, beautifully put. Okay, we're going to close this up now. I've been MoneyMitch26. My friend here has been Offbeat, running the cams as well. Very difficult job doing both, speaking to you guys and making all the pretty things run and everything works on time. Thanks for having us, and we'll see you guys soon.
Season 7 of VRML Echo Arena is brought to you by HyperX, Asterion Products, VR Cover, ProTube VR, Arma.gg, Kiwi Design, Downpour Interactive, and VRware.net.
you